His auto response bullshit. And reggae. Yeah. That's all I know that we were both interested in. You're offline already? That was fast.
How am I offline? I haven't started. I'm not even online yet. Well, I guess I am, but...
Every time I start watching Ron's video that he posted today, I always get frustrated.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Technical difficulties.
Always have that.
Yes, apparently. Okay. Hold on a second, everybody. I am working on getting everything set up. I know I'm live.
Somebody already gave it. Who's that you?
No. Well, I did have some video footage here, but it's apparently going to be a pain in the dick, everybody. So, as you can see, these are the images I was going to use tonight. Obviously, the corrosive and theories, but this was our biggest topic for tonight. We are doing everyone's opinions on dystopia versus utopia. What you think that tomorrow will be as far as the future.
Sorry, I didn't realize I didn't have time.
That's alright. We're just waiting for a few people to come and join the discussion. It's
If they come.
always, as always, on my videos, me and my redheaded psychopathic sidekick tonight.
Why am I always the psychopath sidekick?
Well, that's just your job.
I'm in the room
So-
not paying attention.
I know, but you're right here,
Yeah.
too. Are you gonna hook up your live stream so you can do your... But anyway, let's see. If you got anything on the subject, go ahead and type it to us.
Really, you want me to go live too? Because it's going to be very fucking boring and nobody's going to come to my live. They only come to my live when I'm talking shit.
Well, you
You
can
have
talk
a-
shit too. I don't care. You're watching mine while doing your live.
Yeah, well,
How hard is that?
I can't be live and watch yours too because it's going to... Because I...
Okay. So,
Thanks for cutting me off, dickhead.
I'm just saying. I want to know what your opinion is. Do you believe that our society's ultimate goal, as it has always wanted to move towards, was that perfect utopia where everyone is ecstatic and pretty much stoned out of their gourd doing pretty much
Yeah, that's a...
nothing? No, I don't know.
That's never going to happen.
But honestly, I'm not sure. The way I grew up, they had a lot of dystopian videos and movies when I was growing up. And from what I see, and I'm sure some of you who have watched the other video from the other day has noticed I clipped a few of them together with some of the more recent events. But anyway, it looks to me as if it's going the way of the dystopian future, where it's going to be a miserable future for anybody. What do you think? Yes, you've seen me do that on camera. I have my niece here.
Really?
Without being on camera, I want to hear your opinion.
She has no clue what
Just a
the hell
small
we're talking
opinion, and I'll explain the words, okay? Utopia is what everyone dreams of, has always dreamed of as the perfect future, okay? Everything good. Dystopian is just the opposite, where it's all bad. Where you know some of the movies where you see like in Fallout, that's considered dystopian. What do you think, as with the world, the way that, from what your opinion is, being that you're Southern, the way the world is going today, can you please tell me what you think's gonna happen? Sorry, Candy, I didn't catch that. Mic drop, apparently.
My opinion is it's going to be bad. Our president is a bad president.
Why is that?
He should have been elected.
Thank you.
Have a nice night.
I don't know if anyone caught that, and I did see you, Candy, and no, I did not know that. If I can not drop my phone tonight. Preacher cut off his own penis and threw it in a fire. That's an interesting idea.
Literally anything.
Wow.
They will do anything for religion, which is kind of bullshit because this country's founded on religion. But the separation of church and state is in the Constitution. So how can we have a nation that's based on Christianity, but yet it says in the Constitution that state, meaning the government, should be separated from the church, meaning Christianity?
And do you know why they put that into law as a thing in our Constitution?
Why?
Because of kings like King George, who were also very religious, but also nuttier than fruitcake. But, you know.
Yeah, but you...
What do you believe? Are you even still here, Candy?
Probably not. Because we're boring as shit.
I see one person still here, but I'm not sure who it is, if that's Candy or not. But what do you believe? Do you think our government and just our world in general, whether it's our country or any other country, is we're moving towards the ideas of a utopian society?
Yes.
Or is it going to be that dark future like Fallout?
Yes. But the point I'm making, Candy just gave me a thumbs up on Facebook Messenger. But the point is, we are the only civilized country, right, that will fight a war over religion. Do you realize that?
Okay, I see you're still here. You know what? I don't consider any society, we're all humans. What we consider as civilized. Civilized does not mean going out and blowing the head off of someone because they stole your cookie. Does not mean that their religious group that you believe in is going to stand up.
Candy says, ha ha ha, utopia would drive me crazy.
Doesn't mean stand up.
She likes chaos.
Yes, I get that, Candy, and I am all in agreement, but today we're actually just trying to, you know, just kidding. But anyway, no, doesn't involve religious groups like those fucking fundamental groups.
Like fundamental Christians?
I'm talking about, what's that one group that marches and protests for against gay people, but yet
Westboro Baptist
yeah,
Church?
Come on, really?
They also protest
soldiers and
soldiers' funerals.
They protested Kevin Smith of all people.
Yes, but they don't realize if it wasn't for those soldiers fighting for their freedom, they wouldn't have
I'm
They
s-
wouldn't have a right to say God hates fags.
I'm sorry.
That's what irritates me about Westboro Baptist
I
Church.
love our country to death. I really do. And I have the utmost respect for those fighting and dying for what they believe is freedom. But come on.
If it wasn't for the
Any
Constitution-
war in the last
Don't even get me started on Westboro.
how many ever years.
Yeah, but don't even get me started on Westboro
I was using
Baptist
that
Church
as an example.
Because if it wasn't for the Constitution and their fucking First Amendment right to peacefully assemble, they wouldn't have a right to say God hates fags and protest soldiers' funerals. But they're forgetting, if it wasn't for those soldiers, they wouldn't be allowed to say God hates fags.
Do you know what war? The three biggest things that war are for? Three biggest. Whether they want to disguise it as patriotism or whatever, expansion, fear and control of the populace, and money. Those are the biggest three reasons that countries go to war at all in the history of violence.
Yeah, but people need to wake the fuck up and realize that they technically aren't free because their government, the government, whether you want to believe it or not, controls your every fucking move.
No.
Yes.
The government watches and they want people. Our government has taken the same policies the Nazi Party put into place. And that is control the population through fear.
Which means the government
Make everyone question their own loyalty to their government.
Oh, I love my country. I hate the government. Doesn't mean I have to like the government, which I don't. Like Donald. Okay.
Candy. Back to the actual topic, though. What do you believe we're moving towards? Dystopia or utopia?
Probably left.
She might have.
No.
That's all right.
But, you know, if it wasn't for the government controlling us and we actually thought with our brains instead of just following the herd, Donald Trump wouldn't be president right now.
I'm not trying to make this a video all about Trump, but it... Yes, neither. Why neither, Candy?
Because we can't have a utopia because, believe it or not, humans are the only species that kill another one of their species. Do you realize that?
There's a difference between murder and killing. Sometimes a killing is
It
necessary.
doesn't matter. We are the only species in the animal kingdom who kill another member of the
Yeah,
species.
I'm guessing there's a huge lag. There was the other night. What can I do? I'm on a cell phone.
We have 5G internet. It should not be lagging that bad.
It's lagging because I'm doing it instead of from a laptop.
We have 5G internet, which is fucking faster than the data on my phone, believe it or not.
Why do you believe neither? I agree with you, and I have my own thoughts on this, but I would like to hear yours.
Like I said, I can love my country and hate the government.
Our governments, our people, us as citizens, should never fear our government. They should fear us, firing them, removing them from power. Our country is so full of blind, hopeless, witless sheep. And what's worse, there's not even just sheep, because there are those people who see it but don't want to change it at all.
Yeah, but
There are, which is even worse, is their cattle.
Yeah, but
one step away from being put into the meat grinder and fed to each other.
can
Soylent Green, here we come.
I say something? I was at Walmart when I still lived in here or whatever, and at the end of the cash out, they had a bench, right? And I got my stuff, paid for it, and then went sat on the bench. I was waiting for my mother, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching people cash out, and I'm like, holy shit. I thought to myself, holy shit, this is like fucking cows being. This reminds me of cows being led to slaughter.
Exactly. South Park reference, the heart of Walmart. But, oh, and by the way, we are trying to look into getting t-shirts made up with the decent logo. If you've seen any of the pictures from the past videos that you might like from that we've used, let me know. Let Amber know. And we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to check out the Geek Room. We are on Patreon, by the way.
Except for Patreon being a fucking dickbag.
Oh, I got it figured out.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook. We just expanded our small endeavor with the Corrosive Thoughts page, a little darker than what we would normally have on our theories page on Facebook, but on the whole, going to be very interested to see how that works out with people. Don't forget to check us out at Google+, Twitter, the Geek Room, don't forget them. Always awesome.
And hashtag stay negative with Mr. On the Bow there.
Yep. And if nobody else knows, definitely check out tomorrow's Geek Room at 9 o'clock. You don't want to miss it.
It's going to be funny as shit.
Amber's wonderful channel.
Yeah, nobody cares.
And we do have a new shill video to show at the end tonight.
Oh, Lord. Can't believe
If it works. If not, I'll have to go back through and edit it and upload it for everybody.
Or when the live video uploads,
That's what I'm
set
talking
it
about.
set it to go unlisted, then edit it, and then put it public or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the Geek Room does.
Yeah. But, let's see. Oh. Here's another thought. I know Candy was showing this as a video from a live stream. The fire yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I actually heard people trying to downplay, thinking that it was fake. Until I told them it was live streaming.
Yeah. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you believe as far as what will take it to make the ideal utopia for... I mean, I don't... When I say this, I don't mean that pie in the sky, fake shit. I mean, to really have the world the way it needs to be. I think that some of the anonymous have it right, where governments need to way downsize or get rid of themselves altogether.
No, the government should have more transparency because it's for the people, by the people, not for the people or for the government, by the government. Fuck everybody else, because that's how it is right fucking now. They need to be more transparent.
It doesn't matter how transparent they are if they don't fix the problem.
Yes, but they are elected by us, Okay? They should not keep secrets from us.
Yes, it is. You are actually very correct. The same reason why there would never be another civil war. Because people are so different, even in this day and age. It's so hard to get a group of 100 people other than to go to a concert. To stand up, and don't get me wrong, I get the marches and I do that. But when I say this, I'm not advocating everyone should go out and do this right this second, because you know how the government will be, oh, he said to do this. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what needs to happen, but it will not, because everyone's so suspicious, and our government has fed the fear of your neighbor so highly to everybody. Doesn't matter my generation, Amber's generation, millennials, or even Chloe's generation.
Chloe's generation's fucked. Your niece's generation is fucked. You want to know why? Because we live in a nanny state now.
It's not even a nanny state. Too many people. Yes, I get what you mean by that. But one way or another, someone's going to be so butthurt. You could do everything right. And still someone's going to be butthurt.
It's just like, for example, okay. When I was a kid.
Exactly, Candy.
No, when I was a kid, okay, it was okay to spank your children. Now it's not. Because God forbid you spank your children to discipline them without somebody calling CPS on you.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is, and Candy has it right, everyone has their own political differences. Nobody can truly see what's neutral and best for not just themselves, but everybody in their own society. I'm not just talking our whole country as society. I'm talking about individual towns, even blocks. At one time, when kids were being raised, it takes a whole community. Nowadays, it's, you come near my kid, I don't know you.
Stranger danger.
We got to call the cops because we're going to freak out. You look a little different walking down the street, and they're going to be like...
It's called profiling.
Not just profiling, I'm just talking about whether whether you look any different or not. It's what every human's perception of someone else is because of this day and age.
For example, like when we lived up above the bar and you had your niece. That one woman went downstairs and told Eric, the owner of the bar, that he possibly could have abducted her. He came upstairs, knocked on the door, and asked me.
That's not just true, Candy, because believe it or not, it doesn't matter how anyone votes anymore.
Candy,
and
because
there's a proof for that.
Yes, but
Troy, that's all I gotta say with that.
Men destroy nations that they
women do
also.
too. It doesn't matter what sex you are when it comes to this. It really doesn't.
No, everybody thinks a woman should not be a president.
You know what? We need a transgender president who is neither party.
No.
That way, if they fuck up, then you can't say, oh.
No, the reason why she's saying that is because, we can't have a woman president because she bleeds for 7 days out of every month.
Who cares?
And she'll take her PMS out on the nation. No, fuck that.
I don't even care. Go ahead. That might be what our country needs.
It's sexist. Doesn't matter who says it, but
give her a pill give the female president a pill to make her be a fucking major royal pain in the ass, like she's on her period for 365 days a year.
Men destroy nations too. Just like, okay, let's see here. We have Bush Jr., who started the war in Iraq.
Oh my.
To technically finish a war that his dad started when he was in office. Let's see here. Obama perpetuated the war even more by sending more troops there when he was president. Let's see here. I haven't heard anything about Trump
A
sending.
little bit of shilling. I don't know if you can see that, Candy.
I don't know if Trump's gonna send any more troops to
Can you see this?
Well, he's probably going.
Probably not. It's in pencil. My little shill cartoon for checking out our Patreon.
Yeah, but do you know exactly the real
It wasn't-
reason why the war in Iraq was started? It
It's-
was because
listen.
Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. That
It
was
doesn't-
Bush Jr.'s excuse for going to war with them. He was
Excuse
going
me,
there to protect
co-host.
the oil rights. What?
When you talk over me during my show,
Yeah,
there's
you
a
talk
problem.
over me all the fucking time. So
My
shut
show.
the fuck up. It's your turn. Or it's your turn to get talked over.
But anyway, I'm hearing what you're saying, okay? And I don't have a problem with what you're saying. But I also get what Candy's saying. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, put women in the draft.
Candy's basically saying that men built nations to destroy them. That's what she's basically saying.
Yes, that's exactly right. War makes money.
Not really, when your country's over $3 trillion in debt like our country is, and it's because
No,
of
it's
war.
not. What you're not seeing is there is so much money. Everything is driven by greed. Everything.
No, really, it's like the drug traffickers
It does-
in Colombia.
I'm not
We're
even-
paying them to bring cocaine and shit into our country, but we have.
I've
war on
met
drugs.
naval retirees who were put in international waters outside of Cuban territory. Do you know what their job was?
To protect the shipment of drugs coming in.
Nope.
It's just like our.
To arrest them, hold them for 24 hours, keep their drugs, and send them back to Cuba. Do you know where all those drugs went to?
United States.
Yes.
I know all about it. It's called the Iran
Yep.
Contras.
We do. But it's not even just that. There's so much crap. Even before our government existed, before
It's just like our soldiers.
Vespucci and Columbus, before any of that,
Yeah, but Christopher
war is
Columbus-
war is war. It's generated by title,
Yes, and the United
land,
States has-
and money.
Yes, and the United States has. Okay, not to change subject, but the United States has.
I'll check that out, Candy.
Has the biggest prison industrial complex because we're fighting a bullshit war on drugs that has basically failed, and they've known it's been failing for a while.
Like I said, our government has adopted the policy of we will still continue to call ourselves a free country. We will still pretend that our citizens matter. But in the end,
Yeah, but
there's only one color that any government sees, cares about, or wants.
Yeah.
And that's green.
Yes. Okay, but we had the biggest prison industrial complex in any nation, okay? You want to know who is the majority in our prisons? They're not white people. It's black people.
Yeah.
And they're serving mandatory minimums of 5 years
Okay.
for a
Look at
fucking
Dave.
joint.
A man who hasn't had a DUI since 94. No, excuse me. 2011 was when he got a DUI. He was remanded to house arrest for 30 days at the time. He had his heart attack. They sent his paperwork for suspending his license in the state of Pennsylvania to an address he had in 1994. I hear you, Candy.
Nah, we have no smokes.
In 94 is where they sent his paperwork to. To the point where on a Florida license, which is legal and valid. Legal and valid. But in the state of Pennsylvania, they want to say that he's an illegal driver.
Because technically, the law says that if you have an out-of-state license, you're supposed to turn it
He
in
still goes back
in a
every
year.
once in a while. And no, according to the cop, who bought, mind you, the police motto who used to be protect and serve, now is enforce the law. Whatever the law might be. Speaking of people who get shot by cops. But anyway. The whole thing is, it doesn't matter. He can drive in every state but one with that license. And that's here.
Yes, but the law states that you are supposed to turn your out-of-state license in after a year of moving. If you
No, that is not true. Do you know when you're legally supposed to turn in your ID to get a new one?
When it expires.
No. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
That reminds me, I have to get a new ID because mine's expired.
Alright. I'm going to follow up with Candy's little break here. We are going to take a short break. And we will be right back.
Didn't know we would get into it. Same. Cheer us up.
Yeah.
You got him paused?
No, it's not paused. I'm just switching the picture. I had it paused.
Mine's lagging really bad. It's still 11.1. Hard to recognize. Oh, a suggested video is hard to recognize Dystopia. Sorry about dropping my phone, Candy.
Okay, we're back. Where were we in the discussion before we went to break? Give me a second. Yes, I smoke live on my show. But there's a reason I put it where it's 18 to whatever.
Yeah, his 7-year-old niece is trying to watch his show.
Here. Well, is that Candy? Hold on. Oh well. Hey, at least I'm not smoking a joint live on camera.
Ask her if she said we because my phone fell.
Maybe. But anyway, as what we were saying at the end of the beginning of the break, if you think about it,
Don't rock the boat, baby.
if you think about it, our government, and it's not just our government, it's any government. You cannot put even a group of 10 people, say it was the end of the world and there was 10 people left, there'd be always that one person that wants to be in charge of everybody, whether they get elected by just knowing what to do and everyone else follows, which is a good idea. But when it comes time to turn over that leadership to someone else who might know more about a certain area or better ideas or etc., there's still going to be that strife of someone else thinks they know better, whether they don't. There's going to be the infighting. And I hate to go this way because I really don't like using TV references or movie references. From time to time I do, but I really don't like using them. But just look at how, if you've ever seen any of The Walking Dead, and skip the part with zombies, just look at how things go when it comes to who's in charge, when, where, and how.
Can you slide it straight? Oh, never mind. I forgot you were having fun with the age tree.
We're going to get more and more technologically advanced, which I don't have a problem with. I really don't. I've made my videos joking around about it here and there.
I can't wait until AI becomes self-aware.
In some cases, it already is. But as I was saying, we're getting to the point where people are going to wind up not leaving their houses at all. Everyone's going to be born into one house or one room or one area. In some ways, it's going to go back to the point where the idea of real travel, getting out, going out and hanging out in the woods, going to campfires, things like that, it's going to be in your backyard only, or in some cases non-existent, which it already is.
Ask Candy what she thought of our redneck barbecue.
And by the way, Candy, what did you believe of my little smokestack campfire that I was cooking on? I don't know if you got to see that part of it.
Saw the picture. She's like, "Why is he holding a fork?" She goes, "Oh, y'all are cooking." I was like, "Yeah, we built the fire." I don't think Candy's ever done that.
Are you the only one watching? Is Candy still there?
Candy, are you there? Is there anybody out there? my god.
Well, it's just a little survival tip. The nice thing about building your fire with that shale rocks like that, not only does it keep the fire contained, but say you're in a survival situation and you can do that, it keeps the ashes hot because the stones stay hot as well. But also, you don't have to worry about it being seen or contained or worrying about something else catching fire. It's one of
They're home.
It's one of those situations where it's definitely a nice bit of information to have as far as even just camping. And I'm gonna start wrapping this up here. Just give me a second, Candy, so I can look for that video.
Hey, if you like this video, then hit the thumbs up and hit subscribe.
And we're out. Peace,